And we're live.
We're live. Welcome to Three Old Dudes and two special guests all the way from Tokyo, and wondering quite not what they're in for. This is Mashu and Rina. Say hello, Mashu and Rina.
Oh,
hello.
Hey. And I have preemptively got them to join a live hangout before Gimmeabreakman. They were promoted by Gimmeabreakman, so I thought, oh yes, that's great.
I remember in Tokyo Breeders live stream, you were there. And
that's right. Yes, yes, we were all at Tokyo at Brittany's live. That's right.
Yes, I called you Mr. Rinaberry.
Yeah, Mr. Rinaberry. That's right.
Yeah.
So, guys. Oh, yeah. Sorry, carry on, Robert.
Oh, my keyboard's quiet again. You can. Here. It's a different keyboard. Slightly cleaner than it was, and now functional. I spilled some pop on my keyboard.
Well, I discovered in my Japanese class on Thursday, we were just chatting. It was we had a party and we were chatting, and someone was just completely off topic here. Someone was explaining that computer keyboards are actually carry more germs on them than your average toilet seat.
Ooh. I hope so. I've been saving them up for a while.
Let's see what I do.
That reminds me back of when in high school we had to clean up the keyboards as part of the computing class, turn them upside down, shake them, everything falling out. And as the years got older, the hair started going from straight to a bit curly. You go, oh, why?
What have they been doing at school on the
computer? Guess someone hacked the network.
Yes. You check the browser history on school computers and you'd be in for a shock.
Yes, when I was in high school.
Guys, we should do a brief introduction. This is Mashu and Rina, and their channel is called Mashumaro and Rinaberry. And what is it you do exactly, guys? Explain.
That's a really good question. We currently do a lot of things, cooking and traveling, and we're not quite sure
cooking.
What we do yet.
A lot of cooking. I noticed when I went on Twitter to look for photos to make for my backdrop. You'll see later that it was food, some more food, even more food, and more food, and occasionally a hand would appear holding food.
We're not sure what to do with our Twitter. It's mostly just links to our videos and what we had for dinner that day.
Well, that's social media. I mean, that's the way it goes.
Got to get all the fans from somewhere.
I use Twitter for positivity. Everyone laughs when I say that. But my feed is very nice.
I've never had much success with Twitter. I mean, I've got 500 followers, I think, but I just don't really interact with anyone on Twitter. That's more of just a reposty sort of thing for me.
Yes, I have 1,500 tweets, but most of them are just videos that I've liked.
Mine's all music related these days, but yeah.
There are a handful of people I interact with regularly on Twitter. Some of whom I only know on Twitter, and some of whom I know through YouTube and Facebook.
Well, actually, sort of Twitter. Without Twitter, Mashu and Rina would not be on the show today.
Yeah,
so it has its uses.
Yes. Let's pull it up now, because I don't know if I'm following you guys or not. Probably not.
Well, you subscribe to them. Oh, you're on Twitter. Yes, I mean yes.
Yes. Let's open Twitter.
Subscribing.
So on average, guys, how I mean, when we started YouTube, when we started making videos back in the day, we would attempt to get a video out about once a month. Dean, I'm looking at you. Robert, I'm not looking at you.
My videos came out about once a year.
Yeah. How about you? Do you kind of say to yourselves, right, we have to get some content out and go out, or do you just do it as the mood takes you? Videos, I mean.
When when we started, it was maybe once a week, but we noticed that we would start to grow and then it would just settle out. Nothing would happen unless we posted within 3 days of the last video. So we're always trying to push it maybe once every 2 to 3 days, a new video of some sort. But it's still quite hard at this moment to do that.
I mean, I mean, I used to use the YouTube video editor when it still existed, but which was relatively quick, I found, and didn't tax my computer. But what edit software do you use?
We've tried a few of them, but at the moment we went back to, because my laptop is pretty much dying now. I have to get a new laptop. Honestly, we sit there with the fan and have to fan the bottom of the laptop.
It gets so hot and then die suddenly.
Be halfway through one of the videos because we record with 4K and just laptop's dead.
You record in 4K. I mean, yeah, you need quite powerful, laptop to cope with that. Really, I don't think even my computer can do 4K.
When we started off, it was just my old phone sort of thing, and it was fine. It wasn't too bad. And then when Rinaberry let me use her phone for 4K, that was it. We couldn't go back, and the laptop couldn't handle it.
You'll have to start a Patreon.
Sitting, fan the bottom of the laptop, fan. For about 40 minutes for a 5-minute file.
Patreon now.
Yeah, we have started Patreon, but with no idea what to do with it.
No, we need a bigger fan.
Give us a bigger fan.
I think there's probably a few friends.
Edit in the fridge.
Victor could assist. Maybe Ozzy would have a little time to share. Ozzy has a Patreon. A lot of people have Patreons. I even have one, but I use it to give people money. So.
Oh, there you are. You could give Mashu and Rena some money.
Oh yeah, I give out $3 whole a month, and that breaks the bank sometimes.
Like that could pay for a cup of tea while they're fanning.
I have to go drive for Uber now.
Now you have to go now.
No, not right now.
All right.
No, I should get it all sorted this week. Oh. Hello, Ty.
Hi, Ty. I'm just waiting for people in the audience.
High quality, but it came out as RDY, so I don't know what the hell happened there.
Australian internet.
I think my keyboard needs cleaning.
It's all those hairs, those curly hairs in it, jamming it up.
There's a lot of things in between.
Curly hairs, semen. I mean, sorry.
You had submarines in your room?
Yes, please.
They really don't like it.
Yeah, let's look at my keyboard. It looks a little dirty.
That looks quite clean.
Well, yeah, compared to what it was, it is much cleaner.
Everybody in the audience, let's look at our keyboard. Check your keyboard for hairs.
Yeah. You see, now I'm blowing my keyboard. That's even worse.
I found an alternate use for my original box mod. It still sort of functions, but the frame is cracked inside, so it's not a good idea to use.
Must admit, I'm still on my keyboard. Sorry, I don't use this.
Fascinated.
This is my old computer because it's got a webcam built in. But yeah, it's usually sitting over there by the TV, not doing anything.
Right.
And the other one's full of music.
People who have not eaten yet. People who have not eaten yet, please be aware that this next photo may make you hungry. Okay. There we are.
Wow.
That's your lunch. This is what this is my experience going through your photographs.
Simon's our resident stalker.
Yes, I don't wear the dark glasses for nothing, you know.
Well, I did find
Well, you
full
do
of
put your
surveillance
lunch
here.
out there for the public to see. So I thought, you know, I'd borrow your lunch.
If he
But,
tries to sell you any photographs involving me and a dead cat, don't take them. They're fake.
Completely fake. Never happened.
Absolutely nothing. This is what I do. This is my part in the show. I just say stupid shit,
and occasionally you dye your beard. Yes. So,
Fascinated
guys,
by those things on the top of your shelf there. I can't tell what they are.
Oh,
they are cool.
Transformers. Generation 1 Transformers. Yeah, there's 2 Optimus Primes, a Galvatron, an Ultra Magnus, and I've got some other little ones up here, Dinobots and whatnot. And the bat is actually Lucille out of that's. Let me get this right there. That's Lucille from The Walking Dead. The Take It Like a Champ version with all the blood and brains over it. Good stuff. That's my wife's actually. Yes.
I could just make up the
right
Ultimate
out
Prime.
from the shop. Let's see if I can get it around a bit. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah,
Well, that's
that's a mattress for the little grandchildren that stay over. Up there are 3 trolls out of the Trolls movie because I love that movie.
Aha. You know that movie?
Ta-da!
The box trolls. Oh,
Come in.
I'll make her watch it.
Oh, it's awesome. It's
that
fantastic.
could be a new video theme. Going to the movies in Japan. There we go.
My experience with movies in Japan was it's very strange.
Why?
Like I'm
Huh?
in Australia, when the credits start rolling, we get up and we leave because the lights turn on.
Oh,
In Japan, nope, all the way to the end.
Of course.
All the way to the very end. Everyone sits quietly and waits.
Well, you have
When the
to-
lights come up, everyone silently stands up and walks out.
I never used to, but soon, in particular, you have to do it with Marvel movies because they always put something at the end of the credits and stuff like that. So now, even with the Justice League movie, the cinematic or the theater release didn't have anything at the end of it, so I wasted all that time for nothing. Because they're trying to catch up with Marvel and not doing a very good job at it. But anyway, that's another story. It stayed all the way through right to the end of the Justice League and nothing. I was very disappointed. But yeah, I know what you mean. I tend to do it for all of them these days, just in case. Every movie. But most people do live in Australia. Well, South Australia anyway. I don't know about
Yeah. I really hate it when they have something right in the middle of the trailers. And you think, oh, so that's what the end's going to be. Nope,
Yeah.
they have another one right at the end.
Do they have intermissions in Japan? That's what I want to know. I mean, sometimes in England, there's an old cinema in my hometown that can't cope with a 2-hour-long film because they have to change the reel. So you sat there through the film, and it suddenly says intermissions. He comes around with ice cream.
We don't
I
have
remember
them
back when
anymore.
the Matrix came out, they did that. I was living back in Mount Gambier, and halfway through the first Matrix movie, changed it over. So everyone's sitting there, and something's just about to happen, so exciting, and then intermission.
And you get all those stupid local adverts.
Yeah.
Pearl and Dean, you know.
They stopped back in the 80s. We used to have that they'd do like a cartoon of some description, like usually a Warner Brothers cartoon or something. But they stopped doing that in the 80s. And the intermissions as well. They don't do them anymore. Well, not in the cities anyway. But yeah, out in there was a cinema that they made out of the local town hall at Lobethal, which is a place we used to live. And they did. They had to change rules.
Hi, Nicholas. I'm just saying hello to Nicholas. That's our friendly German bass player, heavy metal bass player. We know quite a few heavy metal people.
Oh, Nuts is there too. Hi, Nuts. Didn't see you.
Nicholas is in
Is
Wolfen.
Nuts there? Where's Nuts? I see Nicholas, but I don't see Nuts.
Oh, she's
That didn't sound right.
Nicholas. Nuts is a Republican. What the hell? She's further up, is what I meant. There's that pause. Pause.
Are you using chat on the phone? Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to try and use it on the phone.
Nuts is there. Hi, Nuts. Nuts, say hello to Mashu and Reno.
Hello, Nuts.
Hello.
How's it hanging?
Well, Frederick asked what happened to my orange-coloured beard. Well, it wasn't orange. It just appeared that way over the internet. It was kind of red. I just let it fade out and trimmed it out. I'm just going back to my natural for a little while. Because the black burns when I put it in because it's an ammonia-based one. What? Hello?
Nothing.
Oh, this also happens in Dean's house. So Dean's family just
Strange
generally
noises.
wanders in now and again, appears on camera.
Was it Loki?
No, Roxy scared me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we have two dogs, Roxy and Loki. Roxy just scared my wife. Loki did it earlier. She thought he was a spider. It must have been because Loki's a Labrador cross, so he's quite medium dog. Big spider. It wasn't that though. He brushed past her. And anyway, long story short, scared her. Done. Somebody else talk.
Somebody else. Oh. When I was in
So have you taken your lunch pictures today, guys? I mean, can we expect them to appear on Twitter?
I'm trying to figure out how to get the live chat up here. Give you a little preview. Just get the phone out here.
Cool.
I'm just trying to. I'm just playing with my cameras. We
While
had
we're waiting
mechanical-
for lunch pictures.
Ah,
We never had keyboards.
Aha.
there's a little sneak peek for you.
Right.
What the hell was that?
That was their lunch.
Oh!
Today's
I just had this big close up and I couldn't quite make out what it was. There we go. No, that's cool. Nice.
Got the live chat to work on the phone. Fantastic. Yet another reason never to go to Australia.
I'm not quite sure what Kevin's talking about. That's giant spiders. Oh, yes. Yes, there's lots of
Spiders,
things that can kill you in Australia.
Even the birds. One of those birds has hooks under its wings.
Oh, yeah.
And the drop bears.
The drop
Drop
bears.
bears are the worst.
Hook snakes. I remember being a kid and we had those posters up on the wall warning about the drop bears. Always look up. It was the nightmare days.
What?
You didn't encounter any drop bears when you went to Australia, Rena? No.
You see any drop bears?
Drop bears?
Yeah, they look like koalas, but more aggressive. Fall down.
No.
Thanks.
Too busy in Sydney. Yeah, spider.
I like the thumbnail for that Australia visit with that stuffed lion. It's rather sad looking stuffed lion on the thumbnail.
It's the saddest line ever. I love they put all that effort into making the end of the tail just twitch every minute. Just twitch, twitch. All that money. Whew.
So, do you think you will ever appear in your own videos? Because I've watched all of them, and you sort of hands appear, and the back of Rena's head appeared once.
What was the
Because
one?
what I find interesting about your vlogs is that unlike a lot of jvloggers who like to be in front of the camera, you're quite happy just filming your day or whatever and then narrating over it. Which I'm quite happy with that. That's the way I kind of tended to do my videos. I think I used to say about 2 or 3 things on camera in my video. And then we'd just go on and film whatever was in front of me. So is it just a conscious decision?
That's pretty much how I wanted it originally, to have it just, this is Japan. Look at Japan. You don't need to look at us, really. But recently, we've stopped being so bothered about, oh, no, you can see us in the camera. And sort of, okay, if you see us, you see us. But it's still more about looking at Japan and the experiences here.
And just sorry, Dean. Yeah, I was going to say, how long have you actually been there now? How long have you lived in Japan? I mean, Rina, obviously.
Rina, a couple of years. Well, I just came back here again in December, but I've been probably 4 or 5 times now. This time it's going to be for 6 months. And I got to go back to Australia for a while and then come back here again.
Are you eventually going to make it permanent, do you think?
I think so. But Rina would really like to travel around a bit as well.
Yeah.
Let's spend the rest of our life in Japan, I suppose.
You can always swing by Canada for a little visit.
In
the summer,
Canada.
when it's nice. Not in the winter. Well,
Where was it you wanted to see in England? Where in England did you want to go?
England,
Yeah.
maybe Cotswolds.
Oh, yes, that's nice. Yes.
That's where I want to go one day.
Yeah, so, well, obviously, being English, I have been there. So, yeah, it's very nice there, yes. Yeah.
I'm certain I've been there at some point when I was a child. But I can mostly just remember Bangor and Belfast, Northern Ireland, London, some little places, Grimsport, Blackpool, stuff like that.
Oh, you've been to Blackpool. Oh, cool.
Well, I was born in Belfast.
Right. Yes, that's the Irish thing. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
You can hear it.
10 years until I was about 10 years old, and then moved to Australia. So at some point you'll hear Irish accent, sometimes a bit of a South Australian.
I couldn't place it. Watching your videos, I was trying to think, hang on, that doesn't sound particularly Irish to me.
It torments me.
One of them's
Because if I go back to Northern Ireland, people go, "Oh, you're Australian." No, I'm not Australian. Then when I'm in Australia, they go, "What's that accent? I hear something there."
And you're Japanese. How long did it take you to learn Japanese?
I'm still learning.
Well, I mean, in order to sort of get by, as it were.
A few months,
for
really.
hope here.
To get a few months to get sort of a basic, to get the very basic stuff. Just like a tatami masu ka and just nodding at people a lot. Yep. Agreeing with people.
Yeah.
That's the best way. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's okay. That's the level I'm at now. Perhaps
He can listen and understand what people saying. It's like today we visited my family's house, then he understands so much things.
Yeah.
But just not.
You just nodded in reply.
Listening skills. My listening skills are far superior to my speaking skills. Definitely for sure. I know the right times to laugh when people tell jokes in Japanese. Just wait for everyone to start willing it. Then you start laughing too.
It's when they all start looking at you strangely. They, oh no.
Oh no.
Right. I did mention. I don't know whether you saw the comment on your latest video. I mean, I'm the person with the cat avatar. Sort of Sarsimang 28172.
Ah, yes.
It just rolls off the tongue.
It does roll off the tongue. Yes, it's a long explanation, so I won't bother. But I did leave a comment, and you said scary because I was going to test you.
Yes, you can test this on our video.
Asakusa.
Yeah, Asakusa.
But Asakusa.
Asakusa.
There we go. No, I can't do it now. Asakusa.
Asakusa.
Right.
Asakusa.
First, I have to
that.
find the appropriate backdrop. There we go. Here we go. This is pre-1923 earthquake Asakusa. There we go.
This must be back when it was the pleasure district then,
That's right.
before fires and floods and earthquakes and strange
This
red
is
cloaked
shopping
people.
street, the shopping street it was. Yeah, and I'm not quite sure whether that's the carry. How do you say it? Carry. The gate, the main
Kaminari-mon.
gate, something. Carry Narimon, that's it. Yeah, I'm not sure whether this is it here, so in the background, or whether we're looking from. Yeah, but
I
anyway,
think it's the northern gate because northern gate's much taller but narrow.
Well, there's the pagoda anyway in the
think-
background.
Yeah, so we must be on the southern gate, I think. No, now I'm confused.
Right. First question. Which famous leader of Japan has a shrine dedicated to him behind the main temple?
Mhm.
Did it?
No.
わかんないよ。
No.
Eh.
Get out.
Tokugawa Ieyasu. There we go.
Ah.
Ieyasu. Yeah. What else? What can you hire? Oh, this is perhaps inappropriate being a pleasure district. But what can you hire also not far from behind the main temple?
Behind the main temple. No, you can hire the carriages with people running that run out front. In
That's
front
it,
of
yes.
the
Rickshaws. You can hire.
rickshaws,
You can have a rickshaw ride. Yeah. So that's 1 out of 2.
Not bad. 50 out of 50.
Not bad. and at that point, I run out of questions.
Oops.
I recently found out you can hire samurai costumes as well, not just the yukata.
There's an opportunity. I did that once, but not in. That was in Nagoya, but not in Asakusa. Yes, there is a picture of me somewhere with a samurai hat on, but I've not shown it because I look very silly. But there's an opportunity. There's a video opportunity. You could for your first sort of appearance in a
We
video.
recently-
you could go,
We're recently, is it the Staying Warm video? It's pretty much the camera pointing straight at us and me not saying a word, basically.
I make little Instagram videos sometimes using Artisto. I think that's what it's called. I made a live stream of me sleeping in my chair with an alien mask on, and people liked it.
I don't know what people like anymore.
And I used to always take a picture of my Sunday lunch at my mother's. That was a very popular segment. I haven't done that for a while.
What really surprised us recently is we put all this work into videos, and then is it our second video? Just walking in the rain had the most views, basically,
Really?
and it's
that
the
one where
worst
you walk
quality
to your
one.
old apartment.
Yes,
Yeah,
walking to the old
like
apartment.
700 views or something, just walking through the streets.
1,100 or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we use the YouTube balancer, so it's got this weird warpy effect to it. The
Oh,
video.
Oh
and
yeah, I used
as
that
it
once.
rains, it's grainier.
Yes,
That was-
I saw a comment on that. Somebody was saying, "Oh, he loves all the artifacts in the video that it makes it really trippy." So you've probably got 1,000 acid heads subscribed.
Yes. Just got the video playing in the background on loop. That's also the
This is a walk. This is a walk to Asakusa, by the way. I've just grabbed somebody's video, and
Remember this?
That's also the apartment where the scary stuff happened. People trying to get in.
Ooh. Well, I jump when someone knocks on the door. That's bad enough.
That you have cameras on the door and also that was quite useful actually. It turned out to be.
What's scarier is they recently fixed it, but you used to be able to just push on the front door of the building and it would open up. Didn't need the locks or anything. No key codes. But thankfully they fixed it.
Yes.
So did they catch whoever was trying to get in, or don't know who it was?
They caught the people who were trying to get in. It turned out that they were... Now, I'll sound racist if I try and pick out the group that they were.
Oh. Were they young hooligans or career criminals?
I'd say attempting to be high-level criminals, but failing at it miserably.
Well, those people you can have fun with.
They would target the big homes. Yeah, they would target the big homes. Sit outside, and that's pretty much their failing right there. Sitting outside the house and waiting,
being spotted.
Yeah, they might have ring the doorbell. When are you guys going out? Okay, thanks.
They've got the big bags with the money on it. Big money sign on it.
So yeah, the striped shirts and black masks.
Yeah. And every time they walk, they raise their knees up very high. They're sneaking along. But those guys that tried to get into our apartment block, they were very obvious. They would sit down in front. When someone went to the front door to put the code in, they would leap up. Suddenly they were super interested in looking at the building.
So it's possible the light at the top of the stairs wasn't very bright.
Yes. Exactly.
Oh. Yeah, and they got caught. I mean, you said the police car came down the road. So they just stayed there, obviously, until the police car arrived.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad it was a police car and not the police bicycle, because when you see on the bike coming down the road at you, you don't know what to do yourself. You don't know if to be polite to them or laugh at them. Not very intimidating. Someone ding 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 so they can watch.
We do have some police on bikes in the summer. Most of them are giving tickets though, parking tickets. But they ride on the trails too. Not the trails that are a little off the beaten path, where occasionally you'll see a young man in a suit holding his shoes and his socks, walking barefoot, and his face is all red, come out of the bushes. Yeah, they're not riding the bike like that.
What are they doing then?
Well, Toronto is an interesting city. It's and sometimes when you're walking on the trails, the bushes tell you to come over here. Psst, come here.
Magical bushes. Magical bushes, strange smells and sounds coming from them. It's just people barbecuing. It's not else.
Canada, Japan.
Yes, people used to think I was a cop. My bicycle was similar color to theirs. Theirs were white, mine was silver, but because I had gloves on and I had a white t-shirt. And I don't know why I would wear a white t-shirt when I'm going riding.
It was a gun round your waist.
Was the police written on the front?
No.
Confused them a bit.
But I actually matched one of the rare times that I left the house and the colors actually all went together and looked how decent on me. And yeah,
they are.
All the rich people were coming up and saying,
color coordination.
They were asking me for bicycle advice. And,
help Robert.
I was like, if you only knew I'm dirt poor, you shouldn't be talking to me.
That makes me think about the scam artists here around Akihabara and Asakusa, where they come up with the little beads and they want to tell you about how your family love you and want you to be happy, and then they bring out the book for you to sign and give them money.
Oh,
If only they knew that we are dirt poor as well.
Yeah, I never. I was last in Japan in 2002. Only been twice, 2000 and 2002. And 2000 was when Akihabara was still cool.
Yeah.
Like, really cool. All those little tiny cameras and the electronics that disappeared after 9/11. They were all there, and you could still walk everywhere and never run out of tissue. Facial tissue.
Oh, yes.
Because everyone was giving out packages of facial tissue. And I was being too thankful to everyone, and they were laughing at me. But it was okay because I was laughing too. I went. Akihabara was my favorite place. The second time, I spent 4 days window shopping in Akihabara, and I didn't go to a maid cafe the whole time.
I still have not gone to a maid
Very,
cafe.
very abstemious.
All about the electronics and home appliances and those toilet seats. I was tempted to bring one home.
I have to say, my toilet experiences in Japan have been rather wonderful. Yeah. Confusing, but wonderful.
I had a terrible experience. Was it last month? They were trying to fix the toilets, and they were adjusting the heat on them. I didn't know that when I sat down, but I jumped up quite quick. It's like a frying pan.
Oh. So there's the
Then I was
hissing
walking
noise.
like a cowboy. Walking like a cowboy for about 20 minutes afterwards.
Oh, they do have a spray of water to cool you down. It's just got to press the right button. Press the man button and not the lady button. If you press the lady button, you get quite wet.
Well, as long as you're
I
blocking
need the lady button.
Okay, I'm gonna push this button. Oh, that's quite nice. Ooh.
Sometimes I'm afraid to push that button because I can't find the stop button.
Yeah, the toilet I
seen
have
those
now
ones?
is horrible. Horrible. It looks nice, but it doesn't work. Ever. That's why there's a plunger right beside it. Every time. And it's a shame. Because I had a Toto toilet, just the basic one. That worked. But this one, it's all fancy, low flow. But the other one was too, so I don't understand why they changed it. And it doesn't work. It is.
Yeah. This is basically
for my wife, it doesn't work.
Toilet humor.
And if it doesn't work for my wife, she's a small person, so that's something. It must not be very good. It's so bad I can't even remember the brand name of it. And I don't want to. Just in case I accidentally come across it again. I'll peel
We
the
have
floor
one of
instead.
those. We have one of those nightmare toilet seats where it's like a U shape and a big gap at the front.
Ooh.
So things start to rest on the toilet bowl that shouldn't be resting there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not have a full toilet seat? Why does it have to be split at the front? It makes no sense
I'm
to
not
me.
quite sure. Anybody in the audience know why that is?
Well, usually those are commercial seats.
That's something I've never thought about. Yeah, why? Why would they do that? Just to save on, I don't know,
Plastic.
a bit of...
Maybe they don't want you getting too comfortable there.
That's true.
When I was young, and my whole family did this except my father, we would all go into the bathroom with a book and come out a few hours later. We'd just sit and read on the throne.
With no pages left in the book. No.
Yeah. Big red marks on your legs, your elbows pushed in.
Yeah, and that too. Usually I would save that till the very end. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's time. Okay, now I have to go. I try to read the book, but
What's everyone talking about in the comments?
oh,
Godzilla.
Godzilla going to
drummers.
the Olympics. I'm not
Chase
quite sure
it.
what's going on there.
We missed something. Talking about toilets and Godzilla's coming to the Olympics now.
So Rina, just to change the topic, you're working on fashion design. Have you
Yes.
actually made any of your designs, or have you just designed, or have you actually made any of the outfits?
Yes, design and made them outfits too, and also learning the marketing at school now.
Ah, cool.
Mm.
So perhaps that could be are you allowed to show your outfits sort of on YouTube, or is the college not happy with that, or there might be an idea for a video, that's all.
We can show the clothes that I designed, but some of them I sold for moving into this small apartment.
You
Fashion has financed us.
Wow. Hey, that's cool. Oh, that would be, I'd be interested to see that. Yeah.
Well. I hate to interject here, but I've just looked it up. Apparently, although there's mixed signals on the U-shaped toilet seat, it's meant to be ergonomically better, but how, I don't know, and neither do they. The next section states point blank that the reason for the U-shaped seat is to reduce spatter and make cleaning easier.
God, I was trying to change the subject.
Spatter.
Right. The original purpose.
I assume that it's not male spatter it's referring to.
Yeah. Hang on.
The best way to reduce male spatter is not to aim in the center. Just go to the side, just where the curve is, so it doesn't. So it just goes in nice and quiet. Instead of hitting water and splashing everywhere.
Aim for the porcelain, not the water.
Quite simple when you think about it. It was actually designed with women in mind, because of course, men don't fight from the front, so to speak. So yeah, that makes sense now. There you go. That's why they were designed like that.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, why don't they make home toilet seats like that? Fucking misogynistic bastards. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I think we can accuse Mr. Cordyceps.
Easy to do. Oh, there's that silence again.
Oh,
awesome.
Someone's sitting on the toilet seat backwards. No. Just reading the comments there.
Yeah, there were jokes about that in high school. And of course, one of my friends would immediately turn his chair around and go like this with a grin on his face. Because that's what happens in high school.
Cleveland stigma pops into my mind for some reason.
So
did you guys do setsubun? Did you go and get covered in soybean? Throw your soybeans?
No, we didn't do that. But we did eat the long. What's it called?
Yes, the super long sushi.
Ate that, but no beans thrown at us, thankfully.
But we saw some children rob supermarket. I wanna to the oni.
Yeah, oni.
Oh yeah,
we got the
demon.
All the stores.
Kevin says he prefers the beans and fart on the oni.
You just read that.
Oh God,
the topic is not
U-shaped
toilet.
The Tony.
Yes, there it is.
folks.
I want to say something about toilet.
I thought I'd just come by and say hello.
No.
My house toilet, remember? It's the water comes out so rhythmically. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
Like the water, like
Yeah.
and then
Her mother's one, it comes out in smart, like rapid, like it's not washing, it's drilling into you. It's a machine gun.
Oh. Well, it seems Sarah's been afflicted by that in the recent past.
Water comes out what?
By the way,
Rhythmically. It's a rhythm. Yes. You have to be careful.
Yes, you can be a slave to that rhythm. A slave.
I'm just going to the toilet. I shall be a while.
Oh, be careful! You might see red. Oh,
That's the 10th time today.
yes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's much better. Oh, I'm back.
What are they talking about? We were talking about rhythmic toilet seats. Gordy said, "This is 3 old dudes. What do you expect?"
Splatter U-shaped toilets and rhythmic bum sprays.
Sometimes dry too.
Oh yes,
Yeah, I
yes,
just
the dryers. I've never tried a dryer actually. I just used paper.
I pushed
Why?
all the
Why?
buttons.
Have you never been to
I had to
Japan?
test
Gordy
it
said?
out.
It's one of the core experiences of going to Japan.
And then one of those experiences is pushing
also
the
another
pressure
video idea for
button.
you guys. I expect better from me. What?
About the different types of shits.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
The cannonball, the shotgun, the soft. What about the sausage roll?
Oh.
Sausage.
There's too many people
Oh,
overseas.
the cannonballs. No, don't remind me about the cannonball.
The
That one.
soft. Oh, Kevin, I love you, dude.
Oh, I know. Someone needs to come for a visit. Let's see. FX. I don't remember how to work this program. Manycam is where the horns came from. You put those away.
What the?
Onisoto Fukawauchi. Yes, it's a bit late, Robert, Frederick, but yes, that's it. Yes. How was my Japanese pronunciation there? I mean, my teacher said on Thursday that it was quite good, but I don't.
Sounded British.
It's obviously Japanese with a heavy British accent.
Japanese.
Let me read it again. Let me read it again, and Fukawauchi. Onisoto
Fukuachi.
Fukawauchi.
Oniwasoto.
I have to run it more together. Oniwasoto Fukawauchi. Okay. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. I got away quite well in Japan by saying
Wow.
Oh, finally.
and smiling and nodding a
I
lot.
do that often. They'll say something to me. Onegaishimasu.
Oh, where'd that come from?
Oh, jeez.
Oh dear.
That's just terrifying.
Okay, there we go. My old favorite. Yes. The kitty. Meow meow. Ow. Oh no, I'm starting to knock things over.
Oh, Robert, could you put a
Yes.
link to the guy's channel in comments, and then
Yes.
people the audience can go and check them out.
Yeah,
Indeed.
don't be a pussy, Robert. Just do it. Sorry.
Oh.
Joke.
There we are.
Yay.
Dun, 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 dun,
There we go.
dun,
Please
dun, dun,
like,
dun.
comment, and
Now
subscribe.
you have to make a new video, guys.
Videos on loop. Yeah.
That's your job. That's your job tomorrow.
This mask was better when I had a beard. Because then it went together. Because my beard is mostly gray.
Have you got any? Are you going to do anything with this holiday, guys? Are you going to go do something relaxing?
Well, today we were
those eyes.
looking at new apartments.
There we go.
Another
Because
one.
this apartment is tiny.
We bang around and then hurt ourselves. We got so many cuts and the bruises.
Cuts and
Whoever
bruises.
designed this apartment before us, no, they weren't thinking about people actually moving around in the apartment. Big wooden sharp corners on things. The toilet is pointed at an angle, so not sure how to describe what you have to do to go to the toilet. One leg sort of lifted up.
Perhaps they were
Funny
having
question,
refreshing
but-
beverages when they built your apartment.
If you look at
refreshing
our
beverages.
maybe if you look at our very old videos, the tour of our old apartment, that bathroom was terrible. You couldn't close the door if you sat on the toilet. You had to sort of bring your knees up to your ears.
Yeah, your
just to
very
get-
old apartment. You just turn the camera around from like that to that, and that was the apartment.
Yes, that's exactly it. You basically walked into that apartment and hit the back wall straight away. The door. Oh. You were done.
Fun stuff.
And somehow they still fit a washing machine in there.
Well, once you're married for a while, you just stop closing the door.
Yes. See all the
We're still at the polite
the
stage.
door,
of,
the door in our washroom is very hard to close, and once you close it, it's very hard to open. You have to turn it just right in one direction, or else you're not getting out. As one of my recent guests discovered, I can't get out, and he was starting to get a wee bit of anxiety. But he made it.
I wondered
out.
where Gabrielle had gone.
No, it was Robert Ryan.
388 subs now.
What is the door? What is the door? Asks
Wow.
Frederick.
What is the door?
Exactly, Frederick.
It's like a cupboard, but bigger.
If I closed the door, Abby wouldn't be able to come in and watch me pee. So there's that.
This is Abby is a cat. I hasten to add.
Yes. I was standing up, and then I saw her, and she was looking at the toilet bowl, and then following the stream up, and looking there, and then looking back where the stream was going. Then she went up to the toilet bowl, and she was looking in. What's there? And I hadn't finished yet. Abby, you're going to get wet. I don't know, something about that
I
fast.
was wondering why you weren't marking your territory.
Wonder where Abby is. Oh, I see her. Abby, are you coming over?
Use the phone a second.
Are you allowed to have pets in your apartment, guys?
No.
No,
What about the new apartment?
no.
No. Sadly not.
Unfortunate.
If you could, what would you choose?
She wants a miniature cow somehow. Like cat-sized cow.
What? Okay.
I'm not sure how that would happen. I want an enormous dog.
Ooh, a Newfoundlander. That's a big dog. That's a really big dog.
And a violet of
No, that
whale
would make
and a
a
body.
video. You walk a cow. She's taking a cow
hybrid
for a
of
walk in Tokyo.
A hybrid of a whale
Whale
and a
and a bird.
bird.
I watched the Rachel three-year-old dude's video, and she said that
Yeah, you asked Rachel and June about the hybrid animal that they wanted.
on their show.
Yeah,
Mm.
on your show. So a whale and a bird combined together.
Mm.
Okay.
Very
I
interesting.
don't remember that. So long ago.
Eh,
That is our most viewed video.
And could you imagine the poop on your car?
Oh, Would you have a car after that?
Unless it was the flight's bird, then you're okay.
A bit like a snowstorm hitting all at once, just thud.
Yeah, speaking of snow, we have some, finally. So I can put my snow tires to use. So, I needed them anyways because my other tires were smooth in spots. Because I drive a little aggressively sometimes. All the time.
Yes, this is not a good advert for your upcoming Uber job.
I know. I'm really gonna have to rein myself in.
Not any potential customers will be watching this show, but you never know.
You got to do Uber.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I need to get out regularly, and I do like meeting people, and that's a pretty good way to do it. And it'll pay for my gas while I'm out there, and my brakes, and my new tires that I need in the spring. And
okay.
Yeah.
Me,
It'll
I
probably
just
be fun.
do anything. I don't like people. That's about.
Uh,
Not quite. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. That's okay though. We're all wired differently.
Hi, Daniel.
It's true.
It's not. It's you're just being who you are, and I'm being me.
Exactly.
So.
And you are being you, which is perfectly all right.
And I'm
Wasabi
just,
Cars.
I'm
That's
just a
our
little over
friend
the
Daniel
top.
in Kyushu.
Oh, hello, Daniel. Yeah, Daniel, I bought these Zeta tires. Never heard of the brand before, but the same size as my summer tires. They are so much fun. So predictable. You just feel like chucking the car everywhere, and I do. It's great fun. And on the drive pavement.
Again, not a good advert for a taxi driver, but
I feel godlike on the highway. It's dangerously fun. I was driving home from my mother's one Sunday, and I got so excited, I started laughing in an unusual manner, like this. and that laugh has kind of stuck with me. That's how excited I get driving the car now with those snow tires on it. And they were only $140 a piece. And for P245, 45/18s, that's pretty inexpensive for a tire. So I didn't have
$140
high
per tire.
I didn't have high hopes, but they've won me over. Yeah, I get excited about tires.
This show has been sponsored by Pirelli.
You need snow tires.
Yeah.
When did it snow?
Well,
not last time. The big one.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Probably.
It was
2
only a
weeks ago.
few days ago. Last week in Tokyo, it was snowing, wasn't it?
Yeah. The one that we recorded from Shinjuku to outside of Tokyo. As soon as there was just the light fluff of snow coming down, already people had the snow chains on the tires, just like that, so quickly. And they got the shovels out, and they got the sand.
Yeah,
so quick.
Yeah, I guess if they don't salt and grit. Do they salt and grit on the roads?
Not sure, but they use like a chemical sand to melt the ice really fast.
Yeah, sometimes they
Surprising.
if they have enough notice, they'll run these trucks up and down the highway that sprays the liquid on the road, and it keeps it from collecting too much, unless it's coming down really hard. Then it's all slushy and the car's kind of sliding.
but Tokyo's been relatively spared. I mean, I was checking Facebook, and there was like lots of like notices on Facebook about central Japan being sort of quite heavily inundated with snow. Even cars in massive traffic jams and even fatalities.
Yeah. Well, people
head on
experience driving in it. I know there's some aggressive drivers in Japan. Definitely. I used to hear one of them at 3:30 every morning, leaving for work. Every morning at 3:30. That's what I heard. Peeling out of the driveway. driving with great enthusiasm with an authoritative accelerator.
They really need to get out of there. They had to be gone then. That second.
Gotta get to work.
Oh, I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. But I do have to do it. I have to do it for myself now. Yeah, I left work earlier than planned. You could say that. And it cost me.
Yes,
cost me a lot.
we have two retirees on the show. I'm not quite yet retired. I have another about 10 years to go, unfortunately.
But if you make it to Japan, you'll be the celebrity art teacher that also teaches English with your art.
This is true. Yeah, I will then have to start teaching art again. Well, I have to learn to teach art. I mean, that's my area of study. I should win lots of customers wearing this hat and teaching art
with a little filmmaking on the side.
Change your name to Bob.
Yes.
Nude art. No, I shall not be naked. I was teaching art.
Oh yes. After our broadcast, sometimes people like to actually chat with us face to face, so to speak, and so we call that the after show. And we used to keep it in this hangout, but this particular hangout can only hold 10 people, and it used to fill up pretty quickly. So I switched to Zoom meetings at the beginning of last year because everyone was able to get in. If you've had any experience with Google Hangouts, sometimes you'll say, oh, tell your friends, oh, come to my Hangout. You send them the link, and they say, I'm in an empty room, and everyone else is in your Hangout, and you send the link again. It keeps opening to an empty room, and you try for hours, but Google just isn't going to let you go into that other Hangout. So, at least for the after show, everyone can make it to the room. Even Mr. Cordyceps. Right, Mr. Cordyceps, you want
Mr. Cordyceps is asking, what's the point? What's the point of me not teaching art naked?
I don't know, Mr.
Quite sure. You've been on the wacky backy again, haven't you, Mr. Cordyceps?
Oh yeah, that will be legal here soon. That will be interesting.
Nope, you've not been on empty room. Oh, the Cordyceps is in an empty room. Well, you're very welcome to join the after show, you guys. But I mean, if you want to rest or go and do something more interesting instead,
or if you want to hang out without being on the air, from this show. And then we can really talk dirty.
Oh dear!
And we can be politically incorrect. And wait, where weren't we? Were we politically incorrect today? No. Oh,
not
sorry
about
that. Sorry about that.
We were fairly mild today.
Yeah, we were.
I did try to.
That's the innocent effect of having us then.
Get on new vloggers on the channel.
Yes, I mean, I did advertise this show in a Sesame Street style. So.
Oh, Mr. Cordyceps is so angry. I don't see steam rising from you, Mr. Cordyceps.
Nobody cares.
Yeah. Except for Mr. Cordyceps. He likes the attention. He does like the attention. He's an integral part to our audience, Mr. Cordyceps is. And to Tokyo Tonight's audience.
So do you watch? I mean, I know you're on. You were promoted on 2.5 Yards, you guys. But do you watch Victor's show regularly?
I used to watch it probably last year. I was watching it every time it was out, but sort of faded away, watching other channels and things.
Yeah, I used to like watching that.
And then started to come back again as we made this channel.
Yes. You watch Hiko's channel?
So how old is your channel now? About a year or so?
I think it's 9 months now.
A couple of years.
Oh, it's due then.
Right. Oh, it's due. Well, everybody in comments. This is a request. Please subscribe to Mashu and Rina.
Oh,
Please save us.
And they will be forced to go to make a video tomorrow of their new apartment.
I'm just sitting quiet so you can finish the show.
oh, okay, thanks.
And electric toilet seats.
Yes,
Even
so
worse. We'll have a double U-shaped toilet seat then. Please save us.
so we've reached the end of our broadcast,
Indeed.
and it's been fun. Thank you guys
So
for
we'd like
coming.
to thank. Yes,
It was
yes.
nice meeting you
Well,
two.
certainly for me, it has been fun,
Yeah.
and I hope for our audience and our guests that it's been fun.
And if you would
This is
wish
their
to join
Experience.
the after show, the link I put in the comments, also in the comments of the Hangout, that will open a Zoom. It's a Zoom meeting, so it might prompt you. It should run within your browser, but you might want you to download the app. But it's a light app. It runs well on almost anything except for various versions of Linux. Doesn't like Linux as much as it likes Windows or Mac or Android
There are
or
Windows.
iOS. So I'm still talking. I know, Dean, I'm still talking. I did that to my friend last night. He was so tired, and I sat there and I talked for 40 minutes because he had a guest. And when I finally finished, I said, "Okay, I'm done now. Yes, I really am done this time. You can go to sleep now." And he started laughing. Yes, I don't talk.
This is how our audience is feeling at the moment.
I can go through a full episode and not say a word, and I've done it. I've even fallen asleep during the show. So, thank you again.
That also happens to our audience.
And
Okay.
now,
Okay, hit that button, Robert, and we will say goodbye.
Okay, bye now. Bye now.
Thank you, audience, and we will look forward to seeing you next week.